You put in 40 hours of work a week, you should be able to live a pretty good life.
Does it feel like the table's not level to you?
Oh, it's definitely not level.
Far from level.
It's missing two legs.
The top 1% is garnering more and more of the total wealth in the world.
You listen to the news every day. The economy is going gangbusters. The stock market's high.
Smoke and mirrors.
No, I mean I'm just telling you what I hear from the news.
What if I don't own any stock? I can't take money out of my 401k.
Right.
Oh, wait, I don't have a 401k. I had to spend it.
I need to know, as a young voter and as an energetic voter and someone who gets people energized to vote, how they're going to make sure that people my age and people younger aren't going to be set up for failure despite a system that tells us that we're set up for success.
What's the check you have to write every week that drives you nuts?
So you have the student loans. That's your big check every month.
Yeah.
Between me and my wife, we spend $1,200 a month on our student loans.
When I went and I got my son student loans, you're talking an 8% interest rate.
I went to college for 11 years straight and pulled myself up from a GED to a PhD. I borrowed that money, and I'm going to pay it back fair and square.
If you can give banks money, or if you can relieve debt for banks, why not for my niece who's trying to go to University of Chicago?
As the young person in this room, student debt for me is like right now. I have a 9% interest rate on my first private loan and an 8% interest rate on my second private loan. I'm paying $80 a month in interest, and I'm working 12 hours a week plus another job to afford that.
How important is health insurance to you?
Oh, basically, if I don't have my medications over a 36-hour period, I will die.
It's too expensive. Our deductible is still $10,000. It's absurd.
I worked at Wells Fargo for 13 years. I had a job at the time at Wells Fargo paying $17 an hour, and I still couldn't afford medical coverage. Still couldn't afford it.
I would like universal health care. I would like what I've seen in other countries.
Some say that, well, the American way is to you work hard, et cetera, et cetera. I don't care what the American way is, really. I want change.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.